Hello everybody, this is Squidmaster and welcome to the third episode on the ripple effect SMP. In this episode I want to continue where we left off in the last one, and that is with the terraforming of this area. I want to texturize the cliffside behind me a little, because it's looking quite plain. I want to do the pathway towards the village. Want to get rid of the hill which I'm standing on, and I want to put in some custom trees. So yeah, lots of work to do. So I'll just get right into it then. Okay, so I've finished up texturizing the cliff sides a little. I put in this little bush here, and yeah, I added I, I added some stairs, some slabs. I added some andesite in too. And yeah, I think it's looking quite better. I also fixed up the big one, the big cliff side on this side. So yeah, it adds a lot more variety into the cliff sides. I wanna add some more bushes, but I kind of ran out of azalea leaves. So until I get myself some more, yeah, those are gonna have to wait a little. But yeah, I think it's really an improvement. It's the yeah, it is looking less plain than it was before, and that's definitely a win. So next thing I want to do is get rid of the hill here. That's been bothering me for quite a long time. I'm gonna completely get rid of it. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna continue the pathway that little pathway that I have over here. I'm gonna continue it towards the village, and yeah, yeah, this area should look a lot better once that's done. So I'll go do that now. Okay, so I've now finished up smoothing out the hill, and this is already looking way better than what we had going on before. So yeah, now that I've smoothed this out, the hills are looking way better. I've left this little gap in between the two hills here for our pathway, which is an actual pathway now, and not just some blocks before my house. Okay, that was weird, but yeah, like I said, I left some. The pathway is an actual pathway now, and this may not seem like I did a lot of work, but this these hills they actually took quite a long time to build because I had to get rid of the hill that was first here, and then I had to place all the blocks back again, and if I didn't like it, I needed to do that again. But yeah, I'm really happy with how they came out now. So yeah, um, I well, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that chunk of land there. I noticed it while building the hill, and I really don't like it. It's like peeking out, so I'll get rid of that one. But yeah, so I didn't continue the pathway all the way into the village, and that's because I don't really know what I want to do with the village yet. It it can't stay like this. That's for sure. I mean, if you look at this house, it's a huge mess. Um, but yeah, I don't know what I want to do with that yet, so I just left it be for now. Because what I do want to do now is start putting in the custom trees. Put some custom trees all around this area and uh, basically turn it into a forest actually. But yeah, I'll get started on one first, and yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, so I've got one tree finished now, and I think it's looking quite alright. It's not perfect, but I don't think there are custom trees that are perfect. There are always things that you can improve on a custom tree. But I'm pretty happy with how this one came out. So you can, um, you can see what kind of style I'm going with. I'm just basically it's a rather normal pine tree, and now I've built one now, and I'm gonna build some more around this here. This is gonna be one of the biggest ones, because um, if you um, if you look at the house, it's way too big. It kind of blocks the whole view from the viewing spot I like. That's around here. I really like the view of the house, but now the tree is in the way. So I'm just gonna build some smaller trees around. I'm gonna put some on the cliff and some here and on this hill, and yeah, I'm just gonna dot some more around, and then I'll see you when I've done that. Okay, so I've now finished making some more custom trees, and I was a little scared because I was not really that happy with the first one. I mean, it looks okay, but it was, maybe it's because it's too big, but it just didn't really feel right. But now that those little ones are complete, they look way better. So yeah, but it's not that big of a problem though, because in a real forest you've got um, you've got many different trees in a real forest. So yeah, it's not that bad that there's one big tree in between the smaller ones. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the other trees came out, and I am probably off camera though. I am gonna continue building some of the trees. I'm gonna continue building them all through this valley, so we get this custom pine tree forest down in the valley here. So yeah, I'll probably work on that for multiple episodes. Just when I have a little time, I'll build some trees, and then little by little we'll get a beautiful forest here. But something else happened while I wasn't really recording it, and it is that Casey and I went on a little, well, not really little, we went on a copper mining adventure in this huge dripstone cave that is over there somewhere. So yeah, what we basically did was we went down this huge cave and we mined all the copper we saw, because we will both need quite a lot of copper for our megabuild designs. So then we thought, yeah, why not go together? Luckily for me, KC recorded everything with the replay mod, which which results in this cool time lapse of us mining a big copper vein. And yeah, this thing just kept on going. It seemed like there was no end to it. Here you can see just how much copper we got, because I mined everything with fortune and crafted it into raw copper blocks, but KC mined everything with silk touch. So here we are converting it all back into raw copper. And the tower I was standing on, that was 9 stacks of the 40 stacks of silk touch. The reason I need the copper is because I finally settled on my base design. It's gonna be, hold on, we're gonna make this, we're gonna do some drawing times with squid here. I'm not sure if you guys will like it, but at least it's gonna be a little clearer after this, I think. Okay, so as you can see, this is the base, the mountain range, which I want to build my base in. And my idea for the mega base is that I'm gonna build this big island in the sky, and it's gonna be surrounded by a copper ring. Well, not really a ring, it's gonna be a hexagon, but the copper ring will be surrounding the island, and it will be kept up by some propellers, and the island and the ring will be connected with some chains, so that it looks like the copper ring is holding the island up in the air. And on the island, I want to build this cool steampunk city. So yeah, that's what I want to do for my mega build. I hope it was a little clear. I I'll agree that the drones they kind of stunk, but at least you know kind of have an idea what I want to go with this place, right? But yeah, the only problem that I didn't thought about before when I came up with this design and this idea, I didn't think, didn't really realize how big the island will need to be for the a city to fit on it. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be at least a 40 by 40, and no, it's at least with a 40 block radius, or that's gonna be the least. And for yeah, the bigger the island gets, the bigger the copper circle around it gets. So how bigger the island, how more copper, and yeah, um, copper is a pain to get. But I have lots of copper now. I've been slowly melting it up. I've been putting it in this shed, but this isn't nearly enough for it for the ring to finish. Oh, lag is crazy today. So I've moved the my fuel source down here too. But I've been slowly just taking lava, putting it in the smelters, and just slowly been melting it up. So yeah, it's gonna take a while before that's finished, and yeah, I can't really start on the. I'm not gonna start on the ring around it before I've got all the copper, but I can start on at least laying out the island. Yeah, I can start. I can start on that. But before I want to do that, I want to finish this area off first, because now the trees are looking good, but it kind of looks like the trees are just put on top of a white canvas, kind of. So I just want to add in some boulders here, some bushes that yeah kind of makes this area feel like it's a forest and not just some trees in an open area. And now that that's been done, this area is coming along rather nicely. I mean, some of them look more than fallen over trees than bushes, but I'll just take it as it is. If we're gonna name it fallen trees, then I've just built some fallen trees. But yeah, the rocks and the bushes, they really add a lot to this place. And I can't wait to see how this place is gonna look once I've got more trees and more of the bushes and rocks in place all over this place. I can only imagine it look beautiful if once I'm finished with this area. But that's enough for this area for one episode. I've yeah, we're 14 minutes in and I've only been doing some trees and stuff. So next thing I want to do is start laying out the mega base, and I am, like every good Minecrafter should, I'm gonna use wool if I have any. No, okay, so I'll just quickly go buy some at Mickey's place then. He's selling a lot of wool, and then I'll start laying out the mega base. Okay, so I'm here and I'm gonna take the yellow wool because it's yellow and I like yellow. So how many is 24 for 2? I don't even know if this is much or not. So I'm really bad at valuing things in Minecraft now. He's at 24, not 16. Yeah, maths. Okay. So I'm just gonna take all of his yellow wool, and I hope that'll be enough. Yeah, If not, I'm gonna have to ask him to refill his shop. So yeah, now that we've got the wool, I can start out laying out my island. So I'll probably just tower up somewhere around here. So, around here is probably a good place. You know, the center doesn't matter that much because it's gonna be high up in the sky. But I really don't want to touch any mountains, so I'm just gonna go here, and I'm gonna go up high for the top of the island where the city is gonna be. I think I'm gonna go all the way to Y240, and which is still a good 80 blocks away from build limit, since that's on 320 now. And the reason I'm going up that high is because you gotta remember there's gonna be an island underneath, and if I were to build this at, say, we're almost there at Y200, or maybe even lower, then the bottom part of the island will touch the ground, or at least almost touch the ground, and yeah, that definitely won't look good. So we're just going up high enough so we can assure that won't happen. So it's only 20 more blocks. 30, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Okay, and from here I think I'm gonna go out 40 in each direction with the island. Because I've done some calculations. If the island is 40 blocks in each direction, and the chains are, I think, 11 blocks or something, then I will have enough copper for the ring. So that's great, because I really don't want to go mine copper again. We spend a lot of time in that cave. So I'll just start doing the outline now. And you know, maybe I'll even do it in the form of a time lapse, because KC found a way to fix the replay mods, and now it works, and I can do time lapses. So yeah, I'm gonna do a time lapse, even if it is for the most stupid thing ever. So yeah, let's hop into a time lapse. And now that that's been done, well, It's not really looking beautiful or anything, but I'm just happy we're getting things started on the mega base. Because yeah, it, yeah, I've had plans for this in my mind for quite a long time, and I'm happy that I can finally put them into Minecraft now. But yeah, I didn't nearly have enough wool, so I went to Mickey's place and I did the most passive aggressive thing that I could think of. I I just bought the I just bought the money in a storage system and took the wool I needed. And yeah, it, I'm a poor man again now. That was that took I spent a stack of rip coins on buying wool from Sir Mickey, but yeah, professionals have standards, you know. So yeah, now I'm really happy that we're getting things started on the mega base. But I think that's all I've got time for this episode. We've done a lot of work in this episode, including terraforming the area around the starter base with some beautiful trees and bushes and rocks, and getting the outline for the at least part of the mega base done. Now, this episode, it was a lot of building. Next episode, it's gonna be none of it. No building whatsoever. It's only gonna be farms. Farms, farms, and farms. Yeah. Um, that's it for the third episode on the ripple effect. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!